Jordan Peterson and Niccolo Machiavelli appeared to speak from opposite worlds. One urges individuals to build order within themselves. The other teaches rulers how to survive disorder in the world. One begins with responsibility. The other begins with reality. Yet both are obsessed with the same question. How does a human being face chaos without being destroyed by it? Peterson's mindset is built from the inside out. He argues that before you try to change the world, you must confront your own weakness, your own shadow, your own capacity for chaos. Order, to him, is not oppression. It is a structure that keeps meaning alive. Clean your room is not a cliché. It is a philosophy of containment. Peterson believes that societies collapse when individuals refuse responsibility, when people externalize blame, when they reject hierarchy entirely, when they demand equality of outcome without competence. Chaos expands. In his view, power without responsibility becomes tyranny, and rebellion without self-mastery becomes destruction. Machiavelli would agree with none of this, and yet with more than people expect. Machiavelli does not trust inner transformation. He does not believe most humans will confront themselves honestly. He observes people as they behave, not as they aspire to behave. For him, responsibility is irrelevant if it does not produce stability. A ruler may be disciplined, moral, and internally ordered, and still be destroyed by less virtuous rivals. The world does not reward psychological health. It rewards strategic alignment. Peterson asks, who should you become? Machiavelli asks, what must you do? This is the core divide. Peterson believes order precedes power. Machiavelli believes power precedes order. Peterson sees hierarchy as emerging naturally from competence. Machiavelli sees hierarchy as something that must be managed, manipulated, and sometimes imposed. To Peterson, legitimacy matters. To Machiavelli, perception matters more. Peterson warns against lying to yourself. Machiavelli warns against believing others will not lie to you. One treats chaos as something to be confronted internally. The other treats chaos as the permanent condition of politics. But here is where the comparison becomes uncomfortable. Peterson's mindset works best for individuals in relatively stable systems, when rules exist, when effort is rewarded often enough to justify faith, when truth still has some protective value. Machiavelli's mindset emerges when systems break down, when institutions rot, when loyalty dissolves, when moral language becomes a weapon rather than a guide. Peterson teaches how to build a meaningful life. Machiavelli teaches how to survive a hostile one. Peterson believes that telling the truth strengthens society over time. Machiavelli believes that truth, spoken at the wrong moment, can end your influence permanently. This is not cynicism. It is situational realism. Machiavelli would argue that Peterson's philosophy assumes a moral environment that cannot be guaranteed. Peterson would argue that Machiavelli's realism risks hollowing out the soul. Both are right, and both are incomplete. A purely Petersonian individual may become principled but powerless, strong internally yet ineffective externally, honest but ignored, moral but sidelined. A purely Machiavellian individual may become effective but empty, skilled at survival yet disconnected from meaning, powerful but paranoid, successful but unanchored. Power without meaning corrodes. Meaning without power is vulnerable. The modern world forces this tension. We are told to be authentic, responsible, and truthful while navigating systems that reward image, timing, and strategic silence. We are asked to be morally transparent inside environments that quietly punish transparency. Peterson prepares you to stand upright in chaos. Machiavelli prepares you to move through it. The danger lies in choosing only one. True strategic maturity begins when internal order meets external realism. You need Peterson to govern yourself. You need Machiavelli to navigate others. One teaches you not to become a monster. The other teaches you to survive among monsters. Power's deepest paradox is this: the world does not care how good you are, but without goodness, power consumes itself. Those who endure learn when to tell the truth, when to withhold it, when to confront chaos internally, and when to adapt externally. They do not confuse moral aspiration with strategic reality, and they do not sacrifice their inner structure to win hollow victories. Power is not choosing between Peterson or Machiavelli. Power is knowing when each applies. If you want to understand power without ideology, subscribe to Philosophy of Power and Paradox. We don't offer comfort, we offer clarity.